Okay, so more long leg hunting. Okay, this long leg has a heart. It's so nice. Let's see. Okay, now that we've got that. Oh, come on. This is a great way to start out an episode. A long loading screen.
Outlanders.
Come on. Let me fast. Okay. Anyway. Yay.
I bet those traitors also.
Now we have Carja Silks. Okay, no, we're not going to the Grave Horde. I don't know why I care. But you know. I mean, about the outfit. I just was like, okay, I'm going to the Karja Hunter's Lodge. I just want to. I just feel like it would be more ironic if the whole conversation happens while I'm wearing Karja stuff. I don't know. You'll see. You'll see.
You'll like what I have for sale, I promise. No regret.
Because the hunter and the
I've got all the best
grounds that we got all of our Blazing Suns at was like, yeah, I didn't want people to know I was Nora, so I always turned to my sons in Karja clothing.
That's how you know you've done a good day's work.
By the sun! King Avad's edict really is taking effect. Never thought I'd see a Nora here and a woman at that.
Yeah, see.
So, you have marks for me?
What do you mean?
From the hunting grounds. Oh, right, you're new here.
I don't know how he managed to turn in marks in Karja clothing and get away with it. I guess I'm just too Nora. They can
What
just
edict?
tell psychically.
King Avad insisted that the Hunter's Lodge had to welcome everyone. Man, woman, outlander, regardless of tribe. Ursa, captain of the Vanguard, came in and delivered that news personally. You should have been there. It was glorious. But I figured they would sweep it under the rug and say no woman or outlander qualified. Yet here you are.
Are you a member?
Me? No. Karja don't exactly encourage their daughters to run around hunting machines. But all the changes in Meridian have been good to me. I don't think the Oseram know how to sell to us Karja. The trader I worked for last couldn't sell flowers to a bee. He was too plain hammered, as they like to say. This is a much better job. I figure I'll be able to open my own shop soon enough.
What do you want with my marks?
You hunters and your badges. I'm not gonna take them. I'm going to give you a weapon that sets you apart. Yeah, I thought that'd get your attention. If you earn marks in all 3 trials at each of the 5 hunting grounds, come to me. I can give you up to 3 weapons, one for 15 half-suns, one for 15 full suns, and one you'll love for all blazing suns.
What do I do with these marks?
If you get the same mark from all the hunting ground trials, I can give you a Hunter's Lodge weapon. Show me what marks you've earned, and we'll see if you qualify for one of these special weapons I have for you.
I'm a little short on marks.
No problem. Once you have marks from all 15 trials, you'll be able to get the next Hunter's Lodge weapon from me.
Right. Okay, yeah. So I don't know how he managed to fool everybody just by wearing Car's clothing. I mean, clearly the story is, you know, the story is going to be the same no matter what. So, you know, that's how it is, but the record of Redma, the record of Redma by inquiring John Dieneman, historian and resident at the Hunter's Lodge. It is well known that facts recede into fictions as they become memories, and fresh facts themselves are ephemeral among the rumors and legends of the South. This is especially true in the case of Redma, that most terrible of Thunderjaws, a machine which is nothing if not legendary. Few who have laid their eyes upon it have survived, and among them even fewer can be trusted not to embellish their tales. All that said, here I have endeavored to truthfully chronicle all the calamities attributed to the beast, and all the expeditions meant to end such calamities once and for all. None have succeeded. As of this writing, the terror of the South still roams free, scarred perhaps, but deadly as the day the sun first shone upon its armored hide. In the early spring of the 18th year of the reign of Sun King Jiran, a freehold was destroyed near the hand of the flood. 9 bodies were recovered, 8 riddled with cannon rounds, 1 flattened completely. No witnesses survived, though never proven. This is widely thought to be Redma's first attack. In the late spring of the 18th year of the reign of Sun King Jiran, an expedition of 4 hunters set out from Sunstone Rock to track the machine or machines responsible for the destruction of the freehold. None returned. Their bodies were subsequently found in the south, 3 blasted, 1 stomped. Never proven, but thought to be Redma's work. In the early summer of the 18th year of the reign of Sun King Jiran, an expedition of 6 mercenaries set out from Meridian to track the machine or machines responsible for the losses described above. 1 returned, ribs crushed, clavicle fractured. He spoke of a thunderjaw which splits a man in half with a single bite. This is the first confirmed sighting of the legendary machine, the one which gave it a name. In the late summer of the 18th year of the reign of the Sun King Jiran, an expedition of 8 set out from Meridian to track Redma. None returned. 6 bodies were found near Blackwing Snag, 1 blasted, 3 stomped, 2 eviscerated, 1 swallowed his own tongue, evidently in a spasm of terror, suffocating. Lovely. In the autumn of the 18th year of his reign, the Sun King Jiran commanded the Hunter's Lodge to send an expedition south in pursuit of Redma. After numerous logistical delays, 3 hawks and their thrushes set out in winter. Only 1 pair returned, reporting the deaths of the others, 2 blasted, 1 stomped, 1 decapitated. The survivors were sacrificed for cowardice, 1 gutted by a sawtooth, the other skewered by kestrels. After the setback, members of the lodge grew wary of pursuing the legendary Thunderjaw. Only the proudest hawks ever even considered it. Aspirants to the lodge, however foolish in their ambition, eagerly took part in subsequent hunts. In the summer of the 19th year of the reign of the Sun King Jiran, the destruction of a caravan south of the Spurflints, 3 blasted, 2 stomped, 1 immolated, reignited interest in Red Maw. 3 expeditions totaling 15 mercenaries went after the machine, with only 3 survivors. 9 blasted, 3 stomped, 2 eviscerated, 1 liquefied. In the early spring of the 20th year of the reign of the Sun King Jiran, a cohort of 12 soldiers headed from the rain gathers to the Elite were set upon by the beast. Only 1 survived, 1 blasted, 1 stomped, 10 crushed when their fleeing footsteps triggered an avalanche. In the late spring of the 20th year of the reign of Sun King Jiran, 3 cohorts totaling 34 men went in search of Red Maw. Alas, they were ambushed by stalkers and only 4 survived. 24 sniped, 6 exploded. Understandably, this ended pursuit of Red Maw for some time. In the summer of the first year of the reign of the Sun King Avad, a group of 6 Ostrom traders were attacked by the beast. 1 blasted, 3 stomped, 1 split into a ravine. The lone survivor petitioned Captain Ursa to send the vanguard after the monster, but the request was denied. However, 3 additional expeditions comprised of mercenaries and hunters aspiring to the lodge were subsequently commissioned. Autumn, 7 men, 2 blasted, 3 stomped, 1 tripped on his own spear, 1 survivor. Winter, 9 men, 3 blasted, 2 stomped, 2 died from frostbite, 2 survivors. Spring, 11 men, 5 blasted, 1 stomped, 3 retreated off a cliff, 2 survivors. The last known sighting of Red Maw occurred in the spring of the 3rd year of the reign of Sun King Avad. Tarkus, Hawk of the Lodge, got word of the sighting near Thunderhead and set off to take the beast on his own. His thrush, Talana, arrived at the scene too late, just as Tarkus was dying of his wounds, multiple perforations. Talana testified that as Red Maw lumbered off through the trees, she could see the spear of her mentor embedded in its side. My favorite person ever. How are you?
Excuse us. The machine rider graces us with her presence. You're a Nora, are you not? A fighter from the savage lands.
The sacred land, but yes. I fought for everything I got.
Tell me, do the Nora often wander into other people's homes and do whatever they like?
Of course not.
But that is what you're doing, right now. Stinking up our lodge, pestering your betters.
You're hardly my better. Legan said I had to meet you to become a member.
That would be true if there were any chance of you becoming a member. But you're a savage. And no savage will rise in the ranks of the Hunter's Lodge while I am the Sun Hawk. Now be gone.
No. I was led to believe there are rules here. If they count for nothing, then even your position is meaningless. So quit blustering and tell me. Is there a Hawk who is free to sponsor me?
Very well. Talana is free. Wouldn't that be fitting? Trash sponsoring trash. Now get out of my sight.
Yeah, love the guy.
I work hard every day. Seems like a rock every minute. May the sun light your way.
Oh boy. Yeah, I might read that sometime, but I'm kind of read. That's like the most boring document ever.
You're Talana? SC said you were a Hawk without a fledgling to sponsor. Or are you trying to drive me off too? It's okay, I've dealt with worse.
I'll bet you have. But you're wrong. It's not okay. Especially not today.
What happened today?
One of our own just died fighting Red Maw. You'll never face a more dangerous Thunderjaw. Cuts through trees, rocks, people.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's part of the hunt.
Is there any actual hunting in this lodge? So far, it's been all talk.
Yes, of course. You fight a machine, then bring its trophy to Assis the Sunhawk, then no one can deny you brought it down.
Assis, what's his story?
He's the Sunhawk of the Lodge. The highest ranking asshole... Sorry, member. He's taken down Ravagers, Stalkers, Behemoths.
So, I've taken down a lot of machines.
As have I. Even brought down 2 Stormbirds. But he's a hawk who brought in the trophies first. That's how it works. Whichever hawk defeats the greatest machine first becomes the Sunhawk.
How does one become a hawk?
When a hawk dies, his thrush is promoted in his place, no matter how anyone feels about it.
Who is this Legan, the man at the door?
Legan? He's a hawk. He had an impressive run in his day, but he doesn't fight anymore. He supports the lodge in other ways. Unlike the other hawks, who hoard all of us kills and drink the bar dry.
I'm ready to hunt, so tell me, what do I have to do?
You want them to regret looking down on you? Then speak to them in their language. Kill 3 Sawtooths, 2 Ravagers, and a Stalker. Deliver their trophies directly to Assis. That should shut them all up.
So if I do that, you'll sponsor me.
I'll consider it. Just to make Assis spoil.
How did he get so close to the Sun King? He also on guard with the king.
Yeah, I don't know why I spent all that money on the Carja silks. But whatever. Okay. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Modify outfits. I can improve this one. Wow, that's great. Well, anyway, guess I'll wear that for now. Okay, I'm going after the Sawtooths.
tasty.
Oh, hello. Random supply crate. Do I have the... I do. Yeah. I have long dodge. That way.
How to override a sawtooth, if I can get in close.
That's weird. It's true, but I don't want to override it. Health gone. Nice. Get rid of some of these lower ones. Crafting, modify weapons. First one. Oh. Huh. I forgot. I took all of the damage coils off of my tripwires the second time. Oh, that's 2 of 3. Let's respawn Sawtooth and go back and kill him again.
Stocking up.
Modify weapons. Oh yeah. Okay, you know what? Inventory, modifications. There we go. Modify weapons. Oop. I could just override him. Come on. I really need to, I wish once you had the Tinker skill that you wouldn't have to like press and hold to swap them. Okay, so there we go, we have those trophies. Now, 2 Ravager trophies and a Stalker trophy. Stalker trophy. But there's a stalker right here. Let's just go there.
Pass the test.
You can get the trophies from any... That's quite the Deathbringer carcass right there. Should be a stalker around here.
No space.
Yeah, there they are. They usually come in packs. There we go. Oh. Let's hit the tree to the ground. There we go. That should be enough. Stalking a stalker. There we go. Now just 2 Ravagers. I swear there were closer Ravager sites than that. Explosive tripwires are one of my favorite ways to take on higher leveled machines when I'm not super high level. as is the case right now. Oh crap. Nope, 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 nope. That's... Adios.
They're scanning for me. Ho!
Let's just activate this closer fire. So it's taking some damage from them.
This is where it ends.
That's one of two. There's my second Ravager.
Can stop tensing up.
Those shell walkers looks like they're just on a journey. This isn't a shell walker site per se. Yeah, they're on a journey. not. They're just being annoying. There we go. That should do it.
Sorry to spoil your fun. Here we go again.
Really? Why was that more effective the first time? Wait, did I forget to modify? I did! Oh my goodness. I was like, that should have done so much more damage. It just didn't because... There we go. That was kind of a waste. But it is what it is. Now we can go. Put Assis in his place. Out of all the characters in this entire game, I think he is the one I hate the most.
I've got a pair of sturdy Austrian hands, and I know how to put them.
Never easy.
thought you would.
Take a look at these.
I thought I told you.
I'm here to present trophies to the Sunhawk of the Lodge. 3 Sawtooths, 2 Ravagers, and a Stalker for good measure.
I suppose Talana helped you with this.
No.
I brought these down myself. Will you accept them?
Fine, yes. I accept them. But tell Talana she should stop playing with sludge if she wants to get Redmaw.
Yay.
I work all day. I know they're good.
When I gave him my trophies, Assis said you should be spending more time finding Redmaw than helping me.
That bunghead isn't wrong. But there isn't time to find Redmaw right now. You're gonna help with something else.
Oh? And what might that be?
Meet me outside.
Crazy Oseram tried to kill us.
Hope the ceasefire lasts.
You wanna help? Here's someone who needs it. Go ahead, Ilsati.
I live in Lone Light, northeast of here. I barely escaped because Glinthawks attack anyone who ventures out. We have so few shards. Will you help? We have nowhere else to turn.
Sometimes members receive an honorarium for the hunt. Assis should have accepted this one, but he refused. The price was too low.
How generous.
In the past, I would have gone with Takas to handle this. And what say you and I take it on? I'll meet you at Lone Light.
What about Redmaw?
Are you in or not?
All right. I'll meet you there as soon as I can.
Come, take a look. I'll give you a good...
Lone light. Woo. All the way over there. Yeah. I need to get more high-level mods because having to switch between them is really easy to forget to do it. Then you end up wasting resources. Since the higher mods you have, the more effect you get out of each resource. So, as you've seen, some log popping there. Or no, I think that's just geometry didn't load initially. Sometimes happens. Yay, I obtained a rock. If I'm going to Lone Light to fight off Glinthawks, out to wear this.
About time you showed up. More Glinthawks incoming.
actually. Crafting, modify weapons. Of course.
Keep up the pressure!
More coming!
The sun's judgment burns.
You won't escape me!
Enjoy your last breath. This'll put.
There we go.
These aren't cheap.
The sun's message to you.
Okay.
That seems to have taken care of them.
But more always come. The soldiers at Morning's Watch don't even bother to fight them anymore.
Seems like they're coming from upriver. I could track them back to the source, but if more come here...
I'll watch the village. You go ahead.
I thought you wanted to do this together.
You don't need me to hold your hand.
Our enemies fear us for good reason.
Let's see. Running short on wire. The first time I did this, I went across the river and basically just sniped them repeatedly with
Keep that for later.
weak arrows. I was very not confident at all.
Glinthawks.
Wait. What? Weird. Not mean to release that arrow. Why is this so low? What happened? I swear this was a much higher damage weapon just a second ago. Oh, I'm using the wrong arrow. That's why I'm using. Wow. Okay. That explains some things. There we go. That's more like it.
Everywhere. No wonder the Glinthawks were drawn here. Those blinds up there. Amateurs will leave easy tracks to follow.
Well, it is kind of a cheat, but like I feel like that doesn't really matter because it's a robot, A, and 2, or B. Why would you want to risk your life?
These must be the Snapmaw hunters. I'm here on behalf of the nearby village. Seems your kill zone is creating a Glinthawk problem for them.
Yeah, well, they're not the only people with problems. If we don't get enough Snapmaw hearts to pay off a loan, we lose everything.
I don't follow.
I borrowed shards to buy seeds. The harvest went bust, and now they're coming for the debt. We could lose the farm, our home.
I'm sorry about that, but Glinthawks are attacking people because of what you're doing here.
Not my problem. None of us are leaving until I get what I came for.
None of us?
You didn't think it was just us two, did you? You already have one? Now that's impressive. All right, then.
There, the heart you need. Now what about your promise?
A deal's a deal. And now I can pay off my debt. We won't be back.
Good. Keep it that way.
Well, that was kind of a glitch.
Aloy.
See, what was supposed to happen is we were supposed to barter there, and there was the option of either taking all of the guys here out or agreeing to look for a Snapmaw heart for them. But the fact that I had the Snapmaw heart meant for some reason that we never even bartered for it in the first place. But yeah, just so you know what was supposed to happen.
Wait. Congratulations are in order. I wanted to make sure you could handle yourself.
You were watching the whole time?
Of course. Tarkus, may the sunlight is passing, taught me many things. First of which was, a hawk never abandons their thrush.
Wait. Are you saying...
I'd like to sponsor you for membership. What do you say to hunting machines, winning trophies, and unseating Assis?
I'm in. I'll meet you back at the lodge as soon as I'm able.
Return to the Hunter's Lodge. How many shards do I have? I haven't been paying attention. Oh, look at that. I'm almost... We'll talk to Assis, finish this quest, and then, we'll end this episode.
Hope everything's in order.
I'll wager Erend is behind Derval's extradition.
Osram stick together after all? Why would Erend and Osram, and Derval stick together? They're mortal enemies, you idiot.
Talana, always a pleasure. I see you've brought your pet.
Greetings, Sunhawk. I hereby sponsor Aloy of the Nora for membership in the Hunter's Lodge.
No. Look at her. She's lowborn, a savage. This is beneath even you, Talana.
She has fulfilled the requirements. And Sun King Avad decreed the Lodge should be open to all. She did save his life, but I'm sure he'll listen to your prejudice over his own common sense. Would you like to take it up with him?
The word of the Sun King is indeed law. Even though it would bring ruin to the Lodge, so be it. Do you, Aloy of the Nora, pledge to act rightly and nobly when in service to the Lodge all the days to follow?
I do.
Members of the Lodge, even though Tarkus is barely cold, I present to you Aloy of the Nora. Member and Thrush, what say you all?
To the hunt!
Sponsoring an outlander. While you make meaningless gestures, I'll be finding Red Maw.
You don't need Banuk armor to look intimidating. But by the side, it does help.
This is a good day.
What's Redmaw?
Few have seen it. A thunderjaw marked by years of battle. Some say it still bears the marks of over a dozen hunters on its flank. How many it has trampled along the way, we may never know. When members go hunting and never return, we often blame Redmaw. But to me, it's more than legend. It's the only machine that will unseat Assis. My sponsor nearly had it, but he didn't make it.
I'm sorry.
Tarkus sponsored me out of loyalty to my family. He was my last link to them, besides the Lodge itself. I have to unseat Assis.
I know why I hate Assis. Why do you?
My family has always boasted members in the Lodge. My father and brother were both Hawks. Assis let their sacrifice be forgotten.
What sacrifice?
They died in a massacre. They should be honored as Hawks. Instead, Assis will not let anyone mention it.
How did your family come to be members of the Lodge?
Karja noble houses have sent sons to the Lodge for generations. Because they needed another place to lord over the commoners. I want to change that. The idea that someone is worthy or not by virtue of birth alone. Everyone thinks they have me pegged as soon as they hear Talana Khan Padish. I hate that.
I understand. My whole life I lived as an outcast from the Nora. They would have been the first to say I wasn't one of them. Yet as soon as I leave the sacred lands, everyone calls me Aloy of the Nora. It should be Aloy despite the Nora.
I didn't know. I'll remember that.
What happened in the massacre?
King Jiran's paranoia knew no bounds. He sent thousands of innocents to die in the Sun Ring. When the Hawks of the Lodge called for him to stop the slaughter, he threw them in the ring too. Yet when the machines attacked the condemned, more Hawks leapt into the ring to defend them. And my father and brother were among them.
I'm so sorry. What happened to the men in the Sun Ring?
They died fighting. If you wish to hear the story, Legan can tell it better. He saw it with his own eyes. I did not. The morning of the massacre, my father told me to meet him outside the city. He told me they were planning an escape. I waited for hours until a message came from my father. I had to leave the city. So I fled when I should have fought by his side.
He didn't want you to die with them.
Nor would he want their names forgotten. Especially by the man who benefited most from their deaths, Assis. Now that you're a Thrush, you should improve your reputation. Why don't you hunt down a Thunderjaw and a Stormbird?
You want me to go trophy hunting?
You're not just any thrush. You're mine. And you better make me look good.
But what about Redmaw?
I will find him. And when I do, I expect you to be there.
Oops. Oops. Okay. So, weapon inventory. I have a regular rope caster. If I'm gonna take down a storm bird, I need better than
What on
that.
earth were the Vanguard doing?
I need
The Ocelot
shadow
have gone
rope
too far
caster.
this time. Their vault.
Need to snap my heart. Just create a job for that. I'm gonna end right here.